Hello, hello, and welcome back to Scream. Welcome to Paranormasight. We're about to get that up. I only haven't pulled it up yet because there's something that I've noticed. There actually, there's one thing that I've noticed and one thing that I want to look at before we start because of the mystery, you know. Trying to solve this little mystery that we have, and I have some ideas. But more importantly, I hope you all are doing well on this Sunday or Monday or whatever day or whatever time zone it is that you are at. I am glad to be here. I hope you are having a good day, and if not, I hope it improves as soon as possible for you. I am glad that I am able to stream today. I'm feeling good. Today is actually the best that I've felt in quite a bit. So I'm very excited to say that. It could definitely be better though. That's how health is. That's how bad health is. I hope you are doing well. Let me get up an image for you before we begin. Okay, image. Yeah, this is usually the Thai airport. Let me replace it with this. And let me move it and scale it up for you all so you can see. Up. Where am I? I am there. Let me put it down here. Okay. It's interesting. I was watching a video or two of other people playing Paranormasight. Only like the beginning of relatively around the beginning, because I wanted to see how other people have played it, because I have deliberately made a decision to play it in like to sort of go in an order that of playing it that isn't necessarily, you know, the first thing that would come to mind for a lot of people. I went out of my way to experience it differently, and so I wanted to see what other people's experiences are like, what routes they choose to go first. What is it like learning this information first before sort of the information that I learned first. And one thing I saw here, I saw this, and I realized, now that we're at this point in the story, this is actually a perfect time for this music to end, because we can cut out and discuss the dark truths that are hidden within this image. Yumiko is saying that any like immortals that they find need to be dealt with. When you look at this image, you wouldn't know it, because I don't believe you can access it at any time from like when you see that image. But now that we're further on in the game, we've come back to this. Doesn't that look like somebody we know? Doesn't that look like Sato washed up on the beach when Mr. Wakamura found her? Doesn't that look like her? Oh, that is so cool. That is really, really cool, because it's just like a blob of black, a black silhouette that just looks like a blob, looks like nothing. But now that I've been at this point in the game, and I come back, it's like, oh, that is like, you recognize that silhouette immediately, and I didn't even think it was a person or anything, because I just thought it was black blob, because like it's a person on their side washed up on the beach. That's really cool. That's a really cool little hidden thing that they did. I love that a lot. Let me boot up the game because of the second thing that I had thought of. I gotta maneuver my controller around the mic a little bit. Let's start this game. Oh yeah, we're here. Right. Right before I think probably a jump scare is gonna happen with the mirror or something. But I want to go into our files. Where is it? Is it the Tales of Issei? Is it? Yeah. Okay. It is. It is. We're um because the Tales of Issei is covering the life of a man, in quotes, from his coming of age to his death, and focuses primarily on the protagonist and the people around him, particularly his romantic dalliances with women. And where is it? Um, was it? They promise. Adise, Princess Adise Shrine. I thought it mentioned. Huh. Okay, maybe I was wrong. I thought it mentioned. Um. Well, I thought it mentioned Issei, and I thought it mentioned Princess Hatsune here, and that would be who, and that would be we have a connection between the man and Sato because of the person on the phone call. Another possibility is that person on the phone call is because of that image that I just showed you earlier is either Yumiko or Soto. That one of those two, or maybe Yumiko's husband who's in on this somehow. But what I'm realizing here now that this is this a woman who serves in the imperial court and imperial princess Adise Shrine rather than Kamishima. Sorry, no, Taishima. Sorry, my bad. But I'm sort of realizing that that again this is like a man again Issei Shrine um Issei Shrine. This is probably in the time of this seems like it is in the time of the Heike. This is the compiled in the Heian period. Let me check the Heike, see if that is in the Heian period. Yes, Heian period. Now, now I am thinking that now I am that combined with that combined with the Tales of Issei, combined with the fact that a person named Kipe Akoma is supposed to be dead, but we met Kipe Akoma and he has business on Taishima and he's an outsider coming to Taishima and quote unquote a man has ties with the Heike. I'm wondering if maybe somehow I'm oh wait yeah, I'm wondering if Ikoma has ties with Sato. I'm wondering if Ikoma is the assassin that's coming over and is going to use the curse stone. Well, I mean, I should actually go out and I should go and see like the mermaid tales, Isepe mermaid legend. Yeah, Osato. I forgot. You're gonna see some of the clips of me playing. And speculating about is Sato immortal or whatever. I totally forgot the whole intro sequence of Osato showing up. So yeah, we know it's Osato here. Again, 3 mermaids: Sabai, Nagame, Hayase lived in Taishima. So is her yeah, is perhaps some of these might still be alive. Like, are they female only? It's just half human, half fish being. Okay, so Yeah, so that is the question, I guess. That is indeed the question. Let me I forgot to pull up YouTube chat. If anyone's been watching on YouTube, I apologize. Um, let me pull up YouTube chat and then we'll get into this game. All right. YouTube chat, that has been pulled up. Let's get right on into it. Dude, the clock ticking is very scary, but yes, let it. And this is also in the trailer. I can't believe a moment this far in the game was in the trailer. Let's take out our mirror. Very worried. I can search for things behind me. Let's do a little practice. Okay. I'm gonna get jump scared here. I know it. Meshimaru flag. Once I can see its reflection, I'll take a closer look at the hand mirror. If I can catch the shadow of the mirror before anything happens, maybe I can find the assassin right as they're about to use the curse. Wait, one problem. If anyone on the island sees me now, it'll just cause more panic. I'll have to stay hidden while I move around. Okay, now we've thought about that. Okay. There you are, Kamishamaru. This works. Okay. Anything else we can see? Very worried. Very, very worried. Doesn't look like it. Okay. I'm too scared. I'm too nervous. I'm too much of a coward. All right, let's move. Just need to do whatever I can. If I can find that armored shadow again, maybe I can at least deal with that curse. I'll have to try and avoid places with lots of people around, though. Okay. All right. This is the real... We're getting into the real nitty-gritty of the game now. I think the place to go is gonna be Kantekisho Ruins. I think so. I am actually quickly looking up if there is any jump scare warnings, because I know there is. I know there is one. I know there is literally one jump scare in this game, and I'm pretty sure it is now. Yeah, okay, I don't see it. Oh well. I think this is the place to go. Time to take a look around while I have the chance. No, I don't see it. Does that mean I'm gonna get slashed again? I don't think it's here. We have to avoid places with a lot of people. Where's a coma gonna be? Where would I be if I was a coma? Southern Coast, maybe. Oh, we have a cutscene. Damn. Oh, there are too many people. Okay. Maybe the bay, then. Maybe the bay. Yeah, oh yeah, because this is where... Right! This was where... Yusa died. Yusa was slashed. And yeah, this is where they were slashed earlier. think this is gonna I think this is gonna be the place. So, yeah, that is what I am. That is what I am thinking. Okay. Come on. Oh, there are the stars. There it is. There it is. There it is. It's there. It's there. I saw it. As I thought, I can't see anything directly, but it was right there. Right by those rocks. Which means that the assassin should be nearby. Okay. Oh, it's playing heartbeat sound effects. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Come on out. It's either going to be a coma or a Yumiko. There. They took off. Wait. It looked like it looked somewhat blue. Damn it, I lost them. Well, someone as out of shape as me never had a chance to catch up. Oh goodness. Oh no, I am so scared. Oh no, I am so scared. Damn it. I'm completely out of breath. Ugh. I didn't even think that far ahead. What good was I gonna do if I actually found someone? Anyway, running around in the dark isn't gonna get me anywhere. But I did see that shadow again, along with someone suspicious nearby. Taking off like that the second I saw them was just about the most obviously suspicious thing they could have done. That pretty much confirms there is an assassin using a curse to attack people on the island, just like the phone caller threatened. But even if that's the case, is there anything I can do to stop it? I mean, I'm not exactly built to fight. I'm pretty sure I'd lose to just about anyone. Can't do this alone. I have to find someone to help me. But who can I even ask at a time like this? Wait, hang on. Wasn't Tsuyu supposed to be meeting Yusa and a zombie down by the bay? Oh, please no. I've got to get back and warn her now. Uh-oh. I can't breathe. So out of shape. Come on, Sato. I'm here. Barely. Yep. No. Tsuyu, wake up. Was I too late? No, this isn't happening. Wait, what about Yusa and Izami? Weren't they supposed to meet her here? There are footprints. Maybe they ran to get help already? Tsuyu! No, this is the same wound as mine. It's hopeless. He would have died in an instant. There's nothing anyone can do. I'm so sorry. I'll come back, though. I'll make sure you're properly laid to rest. Oh boy, we're gonna go around and see everyone dead. After that, Tatsu returns to the island's city center, which had turned into a living nightmare. Countless others had already fallen victim to the curse. Bloody bodies lay scattered across the ground. People fled in panic, screaming and confused. Some turned on others, shouting wild accusations. Others broke down, wailing in helpless hysteria. Many clung to lifeless loved ones, crying in despair. In the midst of the chaos, not a single person paid Sato any mind. Sato Shiranami wandered through the devastation, overcome with guilt. If only she had done more, maybe this tragedy could have been prevented. If I had just listened, if I had just done what that damn phone caller had told me, none of this would have happened. This is all my fault. No, Sato. It's all because I dared to hope that I could keep on living. This is all wrong. I was never supposed to be here. It's all wrong. This body, my life, maybe it's better if it just ends. Well, I hate to break it to you, but there isn't a way you can do that. I'll surrender to the assassin right now. No, if that stops any more people from getting hurt. Sato. I have to find the assassin. I need to tell him I'll surrender before more lives are lost. There's a pool of fresh blood. Someone must have collapsed here too. Can't take out the mirror. Oh boy! Oh boy! Okay. There we go. I was wondering when this game would have done any characters suddenly showing up behind you. Sato, where's Tsukasa? Tell me where Tsukasa is right now. Huh? Tsukasa? Why Tsukasa? Can't believe I missed it. I figured Unkakudono had a couple secret kids stashed somewhere. Yep. But Tsukasa, well, he was one all along. You all been keeping his secret from the start. What? What are you talking about? That goddamn assassin's been working for Unkakudono, so it has to be her. Where is she? Gotta get my hands on her and put an end to this. Stop wasting time and talk. Okay. That's what you're going for. What's content? I'm gonna say... Okay, yeah, probably at the bay, because I don't know. I think she's down by the southern bay. Bay? Got it. That was close. I gotta find Tsukasa before he does and warn her. If she really is hiding, I'll bet she'll be up at the Kanzukisho ruins. Okay, glad I picked that. No time to waste. Someone's here. What the hell? Yep. Sato, Yuza just... Both of you need to get out of here. It's dangerous here. Hurry. But what about Yuza? There's no time. Just go. Really getting into the tragedy now, man. Man, oh man. And that's where it ends? Okay. Okay. Honestly, this is so interesting. We need to see why Yumiko's here. We really do. But I don't think we can just abandon this. I don't think we can. I really don't think so. Tragedy of Kamishima. Mysterious deaths continue to occur amongst the island's residents, and it's not long before that same tragedy befalls the user. The zombie and the others are left hopeless and overwhelmed by grief. Alright. Kamishima Lighthouse. Damn it, what the hell's going on? What the fuck happened to you, Yuza? How could you just die like that out of nowhere? You managed to live through the disaster 5 years ago just to die like this? I mean, you didn't have the mirror. Still, the whole island turned on you. Blamed your mom for everything. They rejected you even when you said you wanted to become an Amadiver. What the hell did you ever do to deserve that? But you never once complained. Just kept going like it was nothing. You did everything right. Someone like you deserves so much better. You deserve to be happy, damn it. I would have done anything to make that happen. And yet I couldn't do a damn thing. I'm sorry. I'm so damn sorry, Yuza. This shouldn't have been the way for you to go. How could the gods think this is fair? How? Hey, Tsukasa? Sorry, I know this is a terrible time, but there's something important I need to tell you. Yeah, go ahead. Okay. Okay. Also, with Wakamura, one thing I realized, one thing I forgot to say, but also am more clear on now after what Wakamura just said. One of the reasons I was suspecting a coma is because Unkakudono is connected with them. Maybe he is a child. Oh, man. Oh, buddy. I should leave him be for now. Yeah, it's probably the right decision. There aren't many people around here, so it's nothing like the chaos in town. It's so quiet here. Almost feels like that whole nightmare earlier was just a dream. If only that were true. Compared to how shaken the zombie is, Tsukasa seems rather calm given the situation. She's probably wondering why I'm staying so composed right now, too. I stay calm and listen, okay? I spoke to Mr. Wakamura earlier, or more like he jump scared me earlier. Apparently this Unkakudono person might actually be your father. Huh? Wait, what? Wait. Are you serious? You're saying my pa, Yamashima, is Unkakudono? That's what he said. Not sure if it's true or not. But Mr. Wakamura's already made up his mind. He's convinced that makes you the assassin. If he finds you, who knows what he'll do. Huh? That's crazy talk. Me, an assassin? Come on, that makes no sense. I know. I don't believe it either. That's why we need to find the real assassin as soon as possible. Yeah, but easier said than done. Sato, Suya's gone, and so is Yuzo. Yeah, I never thought it would come to this. I'm scared. What are we supposed to do now? I didn't manage to find out any more about the Curse of the Raging Waves, but right now we have to find the assassin. Earlier, down by the bay, I saw the curse shadow again, as well as someone running away. Wait, the shadow. Sorry, I need to check something curse related real quick. The curse? Oh, right. Earlier What is it? Are you trying to remember something? I know. I can check with the hand mirror to make sure the shadow isn't nearby. Okay. I think we gotta look behind Tsukasa. It's gonna be here. Pretty sure. Don't see anything out of the ordinary here. Yeah, I don't think so. Okay. Is it up by the lighthouse then? I'm scared. I'm very, very scared. What was it? I can't remember. Don't scare me like that. Casa, what's the matter? I guess the shock made me forget. Right before it happened, Yusa realized something important, but I'm blinking on it now. Huh? Something important? Yeah. Yusa said he figured out the condition of the curse that needed to affect someone. I swear, he said something about people being marked by something. Huh. Interesting. I can't remember. He was just about to say who the culprit was, too, and then... well, that happened to him. Marked? Can't remember. Just thinking about that moment makes me sick. Yeah, it would. Oh no, Tsukasa, it's okay. Don't force yourself to remember. I won't. But still, I do remember one thing he said. He thought that the curse could only target women from the island. But now that he was targeted... oh, hold on a second. I think I see what he was getting at. Sato, did you figure something out? Could the curse be using this as a marker? Oh, we have to know. We have to know what the marker is. Oh, goodness. Hold on. Susuyu? Hold on. Who died and when? Tsuyu was holding the mirror. Did anybody recover it? Let's try it. Let's try a mirror. A mirror? That's it. The Kamishimaro hand mirror. It's gotta be that. We knew it. Yusa took that mirror out of his pocket right before it happened. Oh, I didn't even realize it. He lifted it up to about his neck and then his head was chopped off. When I was attacked, I had the hand mirror in my jacket pocket too. Oh, and so you had a different one. It's gotta be it. Didn't they say those hand mirrors were handed out to everyone on the island? Okay. So. Yeah, so. What's her name? No, not Tsuyu. Kikuko. So Kikuko is a part of it then. If Kikuko was the one handing it out. But again, that also, you know, is Ikoma. And he's, because he is looking at Kamishima, right? Or no, but maybe not. But this does suggest that Kikuko is involved, and then maybe Yumiko is involved. Would Kikuko be another Uncle Kudono daughter? Azami, you feeling okay now? I'm fine. Sorry you had to see me like that. But if we're this close to finding who did all this, then this is no time to be moping around. First things first, is if either of you still have that mirror, get rid of it now. Oh, good point. Oh, okay, so this is gonna be... So we're probably gonna go back to Yusa I'm guessing maybe... It's gonna be like the lighter from the first game, where we go back. So Sato, you figured it out, haven't you? The one behind this curse? The assassin who used the curse to kill so many. Yeah, it's gotta be the person who gave out the hand mirrors, so... Who is the assassin who caused the tragedy on Kamishima? Again, I am a little bit sus of these two still, but... It has to be Kikuko, right? You're saying she never actually died? Wait, you're saying Kikuko was killed too? Yeah, we saw her lying in a pool of blood by the jetty. Oh. Did? I was just there earlier. Yeah, no one was there. I totally forgot that was Kikuko there. I remember seeing a large blood stain, but no body. Really? Guess someone must have moved her. In all this chaos, who's got time to move a body with everyone panicking like this? Where'd they even move her? Clever. Clever move by Kikuko, honestly. There's so many dead, we barely have the time or space to lay folks down and cover them up. That's true. And maybe she never actually died? Managed to get up and walk off on her own? But if Kikuko's the assassin, why would she let herself get hit by the curse's attack? Because she's a mermaid! She's immortal! Wait, did she manage to get up from the death? I mean, I doubt it, but maybe she's immortal like you, Sato? No way! What was that? You said that so casually. I could have sworn you said Sato's immortal? Well, it's kind of a long story, but yeah, that's basically what it boils down to. So that's what happened earlier. That explains what everyone was talking about. Still, I don't think there are others like me out there. You think so? Is it really that rare? I don't really have any frame of reference. I have another theory that's more likely. Azami, did you get a good look at Kikuko's wounds? I mean, not really. It's pretty dark out and we were kind of panicking. Wait, are you saying maybe she wasn't actually hurt at all? The most likely explanation is that she got up after faking her death. Maybe she faked being a victim using fake blood or something to avoid suspicion. But out in the jetty? She waited for others to see her and then just slipped away in the confusion? Oh, guess the cat's out of the bag. Oh boy. Huh? Kikuko, you really are still alive. Yeah, hate to break it to you, but I ain't immortal or anything fancy like that. Just fake blood's all. I was hiding up by the lighthouse, and then I heard you all talking, so figured I may as well come out. Too bad you figured it all out. There really is no turning back for me now. Sato, I was told to bring you in, even if it means killing every last person on the island. It's the shadow. Doesn't matter. We already tossed those damn mirrors. The curse can't touch us now. Just so you know, I got your friend Tsukasa well marked even now. You're the one person I cannot forgive. Am? How? The cursed target wasn't just tied to the hand mirrors? She's just bluffing. Sato, get behind me. I'm not letting her take you. It's pointless. Disobey me and Tsukasa will be the first to die. Oh, we have no choice. Oh, wow, we have no choice. Oh, I was gonna pause anyway and save, but goodbye. Yeah, okay, we have no choice but to surrender here. I feel like we're gonna have to come back at some point, so we just wait it out. If we go to, hold on, what happens if we, because I saved, what happens if we return the title? And start game. Okay, it does just bring us right back here. I guess we have to. I surrender. I'll go with you quietly. What? Sato, what are you saying? Now is not the time to be joking. I know. I've made up my mind. I can't let anyone else get killed because of me. There's no resisting this curse. It's too strong. Sato, no! Good. Smart choice. Otherwise, everyone on the island would have perished. Hikiko, why are you doing this? You grew up here too. Does this place mean nothing to you? Guess I have some feelings for this place. But if I didn't sever those ties, my world would never change. What the hell are you talking about? He's the only one. The only one who ever sparked a change in my miserable excuse for a life. Now he'll finally acknowledge me. I'll become who I was meant to be. That's your reason for all this? This island never cared about people. Always just blamed everything on curses. Surely you'll all understand wanting to destroy the shithole. I just took up the reins. Someone needed to break the cycle. Now I can finally start living my own life, free from all that bullshit. Anyway, we need to get moving. There's a boat waiting out back. If you follow us, I'll kill Tsukasa. Do yourselves a favor and stay right there, okay? Thank you. Both of you. Please, don't try to follow. It's too dangerous. God damn it! No, Sato! Unfortunately, can't have people that know my identity just walking away. Especially not you, Tsukasa. Oh, she's using it. Well. Following day, the bodies of Izami, Kumoi, and Tsukasa Awa were found beneath the lighthouse, collapsed together in a lifeless heap. Izami, who had been helping search for the curse's mark, tried to take Tsukasa's place, but ended up caught in the curse instead. But the tragedy that struck Kamishima didn't end there. Right after the assassin left Kamishima with Sata Shiranami, a new calamity followed. A violent storm born of the curse of the raging waves erupted in the seas around the island. As expected, the curse could not be sealed away by the bronze mirror alone. Ferocious winds and towering waves pounded the island for 3 days and nights, leaving devastation in their wake. Most islanders who had tried to flee the tragedy by boat that night were lost to the storm and remain missing to this day. Among them was the assassin behind the incident. Oh, wow. So Kikuko didn't get what she wanted after all. And Sasa Shiranami, who went along with her. He was never to be seen again. Ending 1, the tragedy of Kamishima. Okay. Okay. We let the credits roll. Even though it is just the first ending, we let the credits roll. We always, that's one thing I always do, whether it's in person for like a movie or a game or whatever. I always watch the credits. It's something that I always do. It's my way of, you know, it's my way of acknowledging everybody who contributed to the game or to the media or whatever I watch. Oh, hello, storyteller. You have my heartfelt thanks for all your hard work thus far. And so, the affair surrounding Kamishima has reached one of its possible conclusions. Oh. Sadly, it seems neither Yusa Minakuchi nor Sato Shiranami were able to achieve their goals. To avoid arriving at this particular outcome, please continue progressing through the story chart. Oh. After all, you came here for that very purpose, did you not? Oh my, are you perhaps still unsure of who you are? No need to worry, I'm confident you'll remember in time. You're just missing a few key pieces. As you travel along the story chart and shape what happens, perhaps you'll remember your part in this. Be sure to think on it as you move forward. Well then, I'm sure we'll see each other again soon. Farewell for now. Bye-bye. Okay. Kamishima investigation. It's Yumiko time. Recollection. This is when I'm a little bit sus of. Yumiko and her partner learn about the threat of the curse of the raging waves encroaching on Kamishima and head over to warn the island. Alright. The Wakamura residence is just at the slope after you head through that alley. It's a bit of a maze, though. Want me to show you? Ah, so which was that way? Oh! Oh my goodness! So that's why we have the ability that... Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Yeah, even if we prevent that. Oh goodness, I'm just realizing with the ending, even if we prevent the curse, we've still got to deal with Yumiko somehow. And Yumiko could actually be a hindrance to our goals. Even though we're taking her place. Maybe we do have to take her place and make her, well, no, we can't make her do something she wouldn't ordinarily do. Got it. Take care then. Ma'am, is something the matter? No, it's nothing. I'll tell you later. All right. Wakamura residence. Here we are. And we gotta remember, he is considering these two very shady. Let me get this straight. You're with the police. And you expect me to warn everyone on the island that a huge storm is on its way. Get them ready to face it? That's it in a nutshell. I'm so glad you understand. This about the curse of the raging waves? Way ahead of you there. I've been warning them for ages. Well, you know about the curse. Can it be that a certain sorcerer acquaintance of yours told you about it? That's right. Unlike you phony psychics who crawl out of the woodwork every other week, my instructor is the real deal. In that case, I expect this instructor also knows how the curse can be lifted. No, hasn't got that far yet. But it's not for lack of trying. Why? You saying you know a way to break it? Unfortunately, no. We've yet to determine the exact method for bringing it to an end. We're not without the means to do so, but first we might require a map concealed in a mummified mermaid. Might you know of it? Oh, okay. So we've got to bring these two together with Avi and Cersei. Mummified mermaid? What are you on about? It's some kind of ruse. I knew there was something fishy about you. What are you really after? Go on, out with it. I assure you, we wish only to lift the curse plaguing Kamishima. Would you be prepared to assist us in our efforts? A likely story. Trying to pull one over on old Wakamura, are we? Better than you have tried. Well, it's this. I'm not telling you another word. Done here, understand? I don't have time to listen to this hogwash anyhow. I got business to attend to on the mainland, so off with you. Leave me in peace. Well, that is a shame, but I suppose there's nothing we can do. In any case, please do contact us if you learn anything that might be of use. Interesting. I wonder if he suspects that Yumiko is after after Sato. I wonder. Either way, though, I'm guessing he thinks that Yumiko doesn't know, but she's already figured out. In that sense, she's one step ahead of him. Sounds very cooperative, is he? I don't see why he's so suspicious. He had his hackles up from the first. Perhaps he's so accustomed to dealing with rough customers that he can't believe anyone would be so sincere. However, he does seem to be as interested in breaking the curse of the raging waves as we are. True. And this sorcerer of his must have some psychic ability, if they were able to perceive the curse. Wish I thought to ask their name. Oh, I think I have just an idea of who it might be. It's a small world, this industry. Oh, really? Mr. Yamashima called him a big shot who's appeared on television, and I recognize their mark on the implements in Wakamura's room. It must be Suigen Gamyodo. Yup! Called it! Yes! Ha ha! Oh, I am so proud of myself there. Oh, I am so proud of myself. Woohoo! Knowledge from the first game coming in clutch, baby. Gamyodo. Never heard of him. And a good reason, because at least in the first game, she was kind of a phony. Basically had no spiritual power whatsoever. Maybe she's accrued some, because you can sort of, because by the lore of this game, you can get psychic, sort of like, or maybe not get psychic power, but they become this sort of a paranormal becomes more attuned to you as you become more attuned to it. So they used to make frequent appearances on occult programs, though they always hid their face on camera. Sorry, it's not ringing any bells. Well, lately they seem to be raking in a fortune as a corporate consultant for hire. Their powers have a reputation for being accurate and potent, and their popularity has grown to the point where they can essentially name their price. If they're that good, maybe we should let them take care of the curse of the raging waves for us. Perhaps I should mention, Gamyodo's popularity has reached such heights only very recently. Up until last year, they had a very poor reputation among others in the industry. In fact, as I recall, on the list of notable psychics kept by the Paranormal Affairs Bureau, they were given the lowest rank. In other words, they were put on the same level as sham mediums riding the wave of the occult boom. Huh, I'd forgotten about that list. While their sudden rise to fame and fortune after changing up their business at the end of last year is certainly suspicious, I am more concerned about the possibility that they are using a harmful curse to suit the needs of the highest bidder. Regardless, I'm not sure I would trust them to handle this affair on their own. You never know. Maybe they just had a change of heart, started taking things seriously. Even so, I highly doubt they would have time in their busy schedule to venture out here and solve this case in our stead. Okay, we got all the profiles. Okay, so interesting. Suiken Gamyodo, a mysterious sorcerer. Although said to possess exceptional supernatural abilities, they have revealed nothing of their true identity. Both their age and gender are unknown. Suiken Gamyodo was previously most known for their prominent media presence, with numerous appearances both on television and in magazines. Wearing an unusual outfit that covered their face, they would demonstrate a variety of psychic abilities, including exorcism of possessed individuals, assessment of submitted ghost photographs, identification of guiding spirits, and conduction of telepathic readings at haunted locations. Their unique sense of presence and high rate of accuracy gave them a sizable following, particularly among occult enthusiasts, and they are known to accept consultations from the general public as well as media outlets. However, the end of the previous year saw this once public figure suddenly withdraw from the spotlight. They now mainly operate behind closed doors, signing consulting agreements with particular companies to provide a variety of services, including management advice from a metaphysical perspective, divination of auspicious and harmful events, proposals to improve their clients' luck, and the detection and elimination of paranormal disturbances. It is rumored that they will even cast curses on key personnel at rival companies, or conversely exorcise curses from targeted victims for the right price. The undeniable potency of their spiritual abilities has earned them immense trust from both the executives of their contracted companies and other wealthy individuals, and their behind-the-scenes reputation continues to grow. This has resulted in a sharp rise in their consulting fees, placing their services far beyond what any average individual can reasonably hope to afford. One of the companies they currently have a contract with belongs to Shinobu Wakamura, a local Kamishina magnate. Among psychics, opinion on them is more divided. Many have noted that their spiritual ability during the time they were openly active in the media was too weak to allow them to perform advanced techniques of the sort, to the extent that they were considered little better than a fraud, leading to suspicions about what prompted their sudden change in course. It is now almost impossible to find footage and articles from their past media appearances, and the names of the companies with which they have consulting contracts are entirely undisclosed, obfuscating their identity, purpose, and the true extent of their power. Okay, interesting. The one thing that has me thinking is that, what's her name? Was her name Natsume? I think her name was Natsume, I might be wrong, but the chairwoman of Hihaku Soaps. That's essentially who we believed it was in the last game. Pretty sure, because the guy was the manager to both Gamyodo and Natsume, and she was trying, was trying to get like eternal life or whatever, or eternal beauty or whatever. But since Natsume isn't in this game, maybe it's that somebody else has taken up the helm of Suigen Gamyodo. You're the girl who showed us the way earlier. Good thing I caught you. Mind if we have a word? Actually, I'd rather not. I'm afraid you don't really have a choice, because I already know that you're an 800-year immortal. What are you talking about? Don't even bother. That shocked look has already given you away. Besides, you have nothing to fear. Your secret is safe with me. Come on, let's take this somewhere more private. And my choice of doing like Diana Agent 47 voice was quite spot on, actually, with what we're seeing now. Afternoon, Kamishima Coast. This is what Sata's like running from or something. Although it was probably the phone call, but so in short, when you came to, you'd been washed up on the shore of the bay. Wakamura took you in. And that's as far back as your memories go. You don't remember anything about your life before that. Not even why you became immortal. No, except I'm pretty sure I was forced to eat mermaid flesh by someone. But you don't know when or why. No. So you've only recently woken up, and you have no idea where you were or what you were doing before that. Pretty much. I get the feeling I was in a kind of deep sleep at the bottom of the sea for a few hundred years. But I've not no clue why or how or what led up to it. Interesting. Well, how about we go over the facts one by one, just to make sure we're on the same page. Okay. Yep. Alright. Is there anybody else around here? Nope, okay. This is the southwestern coast of the island. We got it all to ourselves right now. It appears she has a lot of gaps in her memory. I've never encountered an 800-year-old immortal before. I must confess, I am bursting with questions. How does such a lifespan impact the structure of their brains and memories? It would be fascinating to find out. Now, am I right in thinking you didn't eat mermaid flesh and go straight to sleep? You were up and about for a few years in between, at least. I think so. What interests me is the fact that you are already familiar with the term 800-year immortal. It's not a widely known concept. You must have been in the unique position to acquire knowledge of it before you went to sleep. Yeah, I have a vague memory of being told that that's what we're called. Okay, so that definitely connects with the person on the phone. But I don't know when that happened or where, let alone who it was. Maybe you'll remember in more detail if we touch on some other topics. Guess we'll just have to go by process of elimination. Work our way down the list till we get a hit. Is there a reason for all these questions? Well, not to sound insensitive, I'm sure it can't be easy for you, going about with any memories and all. But I was hoping you might know something that could be of use to us. Given your history, there's a chance you possess information otherwise lost to time. Maybe, but I'm not sure how much help I'll be. I remember so little. I wonder if Wakamura knows about her immortality. He seems to be your guardian. If he does know, and he lets slip to Yamashina about it, that could become a problem. Yeah, you think? You think that could become a problem? Just one thing after another. What are we to do with that? Come to think of it, I'd say it's about time we introduced ourselves. I'll admit we don't exactly look the part, but the truth is... We're the police. Wow, I never would have guessed there was a paranormal affairs department. Honestly, I thought all psychics in this age were frauds. At least, that's the impression I got from watching TV. To be fair, the majority of them are. But for the record, our department is officially approved by the government. Really? Huh. Back in my time, psychics were treated as omnioshi, and even held official positions in the Bureau of Omnio, a public institution. Oh, you seem to know a lot about that. Were you involved somehow? Huh? Oh. I explained all that without even thinking. It just came naturally to me. Honestly, I'm as surprised as you are. I guess this means I must have had something to do with the Bureau of Omnio. Let me take a look. Issei, where is it? Is it the hiking? Bureau, no. We still have, file 38 is what we're going for as the name of the game. Still 36, 37, and 46. I don't think we do, actually. Or maybe it would be in here? Bureau of Onmyo? Invasion of Taishima? I say... wooden accessory. Yeah, no, okay. And it seems your memories aren't lost after all. All you have to do is find a way to trigger them. Oh, there we go. Okay, I could have just waited. Wow, good job, me. The Bureau of Omnio was one of the government offices under the Ritsurio system, existing from the Asuka period through to the early Meiji era. Based on the practice of Onmyodo, it generally oversaw matters as astronomical observation, the creation of calendars and management of time systems, and the divination of auspicious or harmful events. However, it is also said that it occasionally invoked powers beyond human understanding to handle the banishment and cleansing of disasters and impurities. The Onmyoji affiliated with the Bureau were not merely diviners, they're also bureaucrats, albeit ones possessing advanced training in mathematics and knowledge of astronomy. In some eras, their influence was even great enough to sway the very course of the nation, and their presence in the imperial court was highly valued. Spiritual practitioners in the service of the state were also formally inducted as Onmyoji, operating under the banner of the Bureau. The current treatment of spiritual phenomena is non-existent, largely stems from the abolishment of the Bureau of Onmyo during the Meiji Restoration, in line with Japan taking on the principles of science and technology as the new framework for the nation. Over time, state involvement in spiritual matters gradually came to be seen as taboo. However, psychics continued their work to maintain public order behind the scenes, passing this torch down through successive generations until the establishment of the new Police Act in the latter half of the Showa period, whereupon their work eventually became the foundation of the Paranormal Affairs Bureau. So anyway, what are a couple of Paranormal Affairs officials doing on Kamishima? Working a case, of course. What else? Our job is to resolve incidents caused by curses and paranormal phenomena, and, wherever possible, prevent them from occurring. It's up to us to solve the greatest mysteries, and do whatever it takes to keep the peace. Which is usually a lot. Wait, does that mean something's happened here? You don't know, huh? Know what? Sounds like we'd better fill you in a bit first. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, this girl. She calls herself Sato Shiranami. I wonder if she made that name up. Either way, I doubt we'd find her in the civil registry. Though that shouldn't affect her life too much while she's living on Kamishima. We're working several cases right now, but I'd say only 2 of them are a priority. 2. Mind you, we've known about the first one for quite some time. The Curse of the Raging Waves. We've come to lift it before it unleashes a huge storm on the southern sea of Kamishima. The Curse of the Raging Waves? That's right. Ever heard of it? No. Never. That's to be expected. I imagine the Islanders aren't too fond of discussing the disaster. Anyhow, that situation is ongoing. As for the other priority case... Right, you mentioned there were 2. We actually only learned about this one after we arrived on the island today, but protocol dictates that we have to deal with any 800-year immortals we find. What do you mean, deal with? It's not all that difficult to understand. To begin with, 800-year-old immortals shouldn't exist in this world, and if their existence were to become public knowledge, it would lead to an outbreak of trouble of every kind. The subtle heartbeats in the back. And yeah, she really does not give the type who would swear. Some people are already looking to gain immortality for themselves at any cost. What? For the sake of maintaining public order, it's vital that the world remains convinced immortality is just a myth. However, stop her, Soto. Oh, we have to. Okay. We have no other choice. Let me give her a few. Just in case. There is another way. Okay. Halt. Huh? Can't you just let me go? Calm down, will you? I hadn't finished. What I was going to say was, I've got no intention of doing anything with you, so don't worry. Hey, really? Surprised? But you should know better than anyone why that would be. He might be an 800-year immortal, but your time is nearly up. Oh, is that what the red is? Ah, these eyes never lie. Tato Shiranami. For the first time in centuries, you're standing on death's door. In a matter of few days, you'll be gone from this world. Am I right? Oh, yes. It's exactly as you say, I think. I've only got 2 days left now. Just 2 more, huh? So you knew this was coming, but you chose to make a life for yourself on this island even so. Yeah. I've known all along, from the moment I woke up. Well, now you know why I'm prepared to turn a blind eye. Okay. Cool, little red herring there. In just 48 hours, give or take, you'll fade away, and that will be that. Of course, you would have to swear to keep your identity a secret to the last. But provided you can keep your word, you're free to go. I can, and I will. Thank you. Don't thank me yet. There's another matter I'll be needing your help with if I'm to leave you be. Another matter. Well, first let's talk about the rest of this. By the way, I was wondering, how did you know I was an 800-year immortal? Oh, that. These eyes of mine have what you might call a special ability. A special ability? If I look hard enough at someone, I can tell whether they're an ordinary human or an immortal. It's like you have a different colored aura about you. Really? Not only that, but it turns out, with a bit of focus, even immortals can tell each other apart. Is that so? Oh, I just meant, you look the same as anyone else to me. I'm not an immortal myself, you know. Really? I thought for sure you must be, since you seem to know so much about all this. Well, she says that, that Yumiko's not. Oh, actually, talking about the Bureau of Omnio brought back another memory. I'm pretty sure it was an Omnioji who put me to sleep, using some kind of spell to keep me in a state between life and death. Really? So someone intentionally put you to sleep under the sea? There must have been a good reason for it. Oh, Sato no? Or Soto no. From what point are your memories clearest, would you say? Well, I guess about 3 months ago, when the spell kept, keeping me in that state under the sea wore off. And when you woke up then, I see. Hold on, your memories are clearest from that. Hmm? I know that look. Did you notice something? I love that changing the focus, changing that focus distance. That's so cool. Like recreating that. Not exactly. It simply occurred to me that if her state of, shall we say, suspended animation was lifted while she was in the sea depths, would she not have drowned and resurrected several times over? Oh, yeah, I did. It was hell. I woke up under the sea, unable to breathe, drowned, and came back over and over again. Oh, God. It was horrible. I still remember it. Every last second. Jeez, I'm sorry you had to go through that. The instant I came back, I'd swim as hard as I could, trying to reach the surface. But even so, I think it took me about 3 days to reach the shore. Oh, goodness. I lost count of how many times I died down there. Oh, God. Then, finally, I came to in Kamishima Bay. Mr. Wakamura found me and took me in. I've been living here peacefully ever since. No one's even suspected I'm immortal. You're sure about that, are you? No one else knows. Yeah, I mean, I think so. Anyhow, I guess that settles the issue of how far back your memories go. Now that was really interesting. That was really, really interesting. Hold on. we go to um yeah, we have a Sato. Are we gonna have to match all of them? We have Futami Town, Issei, Enmeiju. Who's the second one? Well, 6 mermaids. Enmeiju, Asato. 3 mermaids. Sobai, Nagame, and Hayase purportedly lived on Taishima. And that image really looks like this, with us being underwater with the storyteller. So I'm wondering, are we one of those 3? Are we Enmeiju? Or, since there are only 5 mermaids mentioned there, are we the 6th? Because you would think my first thoughts were that we are I'm actually using my mouse this time so I thought that we would either be Seimin, or what I thought it was gonna be, I thought because we already had Seimin, that we were gonna be Doman in this game. Or that we would find Doman in this game. Maybe Seimin was a red herring. We are actually one of the mermaids. Maybe we're the 6th mermaid. If your lifespan is nearly at an end, that must mean you consumed the flesh of a mermaid exactly 800 years ago. Of course, you already knew that, didn't you? Not that you've been forthcoming about it. Sorry, Don't apologize. That just proves you know how to hold your tongue. A valuable skill when you've got a secret to keep. Mind you, this fact does put matters in a new light. Faye Soto. What events took place 800 years ago? Let's see, 8 centuries ago from the present day. That would place us midway through the 1180s, when the Heian period was coming to an end. Does that mark the downfall of the Heike? Because that would explain the curse timing. Right around when the Genpei War took place. Of course, the Heike. Exactly. Don't you think there might be a connection? We're not going to talk about the Heike just yet. By the way, you wouldn't happen to be concealing anything else, would you? No, It's fine. I'll not pry. Just so long as you answer my questions. I want to see what you say when we quick think. And then we're going to take a break. For starters, only 2 days of her 800-year lifespan remain. She knows it, and yet she's perfectly calm. Seems she's accepted her fate. If so, I suppose there's no harm in letting her go about her business as usual. I'd not take that time away from her, if I can help it. Alright. We are gonna be right back. See you in like 3 minutes or something. Welcome back. Let's get to it. Game. But first, before I forget. Yes? Keeping our meeting today a secret. Keep our meeting today a secret. And don't let on to anyone that you know about the curse of the raging waves. Okay? People will get suspicious otherwise. Even if Wakamura tells you about it, be sure to act surprised. I figured that shouldn't be too difficult for you. You're an experienced secret keeper after all. I don't know about that, but I'll do my best. She definitely knows that she's hiding something and I don't know what it is. I'm not an immortal myself, you know? Okay, we did that. Oh, okay. We'll come back. Okay, we're coming back to it. Right now, we're looking for a way to lift the curse of the raging waves. But that's Soto's area of expertise, so I'll leave the explanation to him. Right. This concerns a legend passed down in my family, the Kiryu clan, over generations. The Kiryu clan? I should mention, this is something I've pieced together from various sources, so it may not be entirely accurate. Right. Long ago, south of Kamishima, there was an island called Taishima. It is said that, 400 years ago, it was beset by an earthquake and a tsunami in an event so catastrophic that the island sunk to the sea floor. Taishima. However, the truth of the matter is that it was invaded and laid waste to. Then, in the aftermath, the islanders' intense hatred coalesced into the curse of the raging waves, which manifested as a tremendous storm. I see. 400 years ago. So this would have been toward the end of the Sengoku period, correct? Yes, ma'am. The Hanoji incident, in which Oda Nobunaga ended his life, took place in 1582, if you'll recall. Following this event, one of my ancestors, an accomplished Onmyoji by the name of Harukage Tsuchimikado, sacrificed a young woman, one of the survivors of Taishima, in order to seal away the source of the curse of the raging waves. And Onmyoji, Harukage, Tsuchimikado, wouldn't that make your ancestor a direct descendant of Abe Moseme? Sounds to me like you share a bloodline with the Onmyoji elites. Yes and no. While Harukage's powers were potent, he was never affiliated with the Bureau of Onmyo. In fact, he shunned his illustrious surname early on and left the government service, preferring to uphold peace as a civilian. Ah, so he was an eccentric and an elite. Gotcha. Harukage's seal was not permanent, however. It would only endure for 4 centuries. Wait, you mean... Yeah, this was the last year of peace. Actually, the seal's already broken. Isn't that really bad? For now, the curse appears to be inert, but the storm could strike at any moment. Okay, so you need to find a way to seal the curse again, is that it? Not seal it, break it. We're here to put an end to this curse for good. Shouldn't be too difficult. It's bound to have weakened a bit after 400 years. Indeed, that seems to have been Harukage's plan, for legend tells that he left behind instructions detailing how the curse could be lifted after 400 years had elapsed. However, the map that would have led us to these instructions has been lost, but we found them. And what were the instructions again? We found them. Where was it? Was it the tail? No. Heike. Curse of the Forsaken Fish. Should be right around here. Yeah, because the Summer Triangle. I'm trying to find it. Curse Stones. Curse of the Raging Waves. Okay, here we go. Here we go. First, thou must unbind my seal, risen from the depths with the iron box. Okay, we have unbound it. Second, thou must offer the steel-tied mirror bequeathed by the sacrifice to the sanctuary. And I believe we have that, we'll get that from Suyu. Third, let those who share blood with the lost souls of Taishima be the one to offer appeasement. I'm guessing, yeah, that is probably yeah, the group of characters that we have. There's like Sato, probably Soto as well. The map that would have led us to these instructions has been lost. Oh no. Seems they were once concealed inside a model of a mummified mermaid. Yet over time, this fact was forgotten, and at some point in my family's history, the object in question was sold to a foreign buyer. But if you don't have the map, then what are you gonna do? Well, we were hoping to find some clue as to the map's whereabouts here on Kamishima. We've had no luck so far, and I reckon we've hit a dead end. I see. Okay, so we've got to bring our characters together. We've got to bring our characters together, and maybe, again, if there's a way that we can stop this, maybe if because we couldn't stop the curse on Somakawa earlier. If we can stop that, that's another person who we can bring who has ties. Now, there's something I'd like you to try and remember for me. Me, but humor me. Doesn't the story behind the curse of the raging waves ring any bells? Why should it? The girl who was sacrificed in order to seal away the curse of the raging waves 4 centuries ago. Might that not have been you, Sato Shiranami? What? You said yourself that it was an Onmyoji who put you in that state of deep slumber on the seafloor. Does it not seem highly probable that you were the sacrifice who has held back the curse for the past 400 years? Oh man, you're right, that was me. I knew it. Okay, so we have confirmed that. I'm sorry, I can't do this anymore. What's the matter with you? Get a hold of yourself. Is it that painful to remember? We didn't come here to ask you to sacrifice yourself again, if that's what you were. All those years under the sea can't have been easy on her, you know. She wasn't really asleep. Her brain would have still been active. Oh, goodness. Moreover, there's a limit to how many memories the human brain can hold. I would estimate the maximum capacity to be about 100 years worth. Are you saying she remembers being in that state under the sea? In a sense, I presume her memory is filled with stretches of utter darkness, her view of the sea depths. Any memories from before that time have likely been pushed deep into her subconscious. Then maybe they're not gone for good. There's a chance she'll remember more. We just need to find the right trigger. The guy didn't want to comfort her, guys. Sorry, I didn't mean to freak out on you like that. Took me a sec to get over the shock. Well, seems my theory about you being sacrificed was right on the money. It doesn't look like you'll be able to tell us too much about the past after all. Guess not. I wish it could have been more help. But, does this mean the seal broke because I woke up? I cannot be certain of that. Perhaps it was the other way around. The seal may have broken of its own accord, releasing you from slumber. Either way, it's not your fault. Don't you go blaming yourself for any of this. Still, if I hadn't... Listen, your sacrifice kept the curse at bay for 4 centuries. That's half of your extended lifespan. No one could ask more of you than that. The rest is up to Soto, isn't that right? Yes, but I'm counting on your help as well, man. So, any chance you've remembered something about the curse of the raging waves? Did that Onmyoji, Harukage Tsuchimikado, happen to tell you how it could be lifted? I'm sorry. All that's come back to me is the fact that I was sacrificed. I don't remember the Onmyoji at all. What kind of person he was, or anything. The most I can remember is that I think he said something about the curse being lifted after 400 years. That's all, huh? Well, be sure to let us know if you remember anything else that could help us break the curse. I just remembered something. I just remembered something big. Oh boy, I just remembered something big. I thought that that name sounded familiar. I thought that the name, where is it? I thought that Tsuchimikado sounded familiar, and like Sato here, I've been thinking about who it could be. And I just, like Sato, I just couldn't find the answers. And I needed the right trigger. And I think it must have been the mentioning of Tsuchimikado and breaking the curse that did it for me. In that last game, our name was Seimon Tsuchimikado. That's where Tsuchimikado came from. And I think that was actually later on. I think that the, what's it called? I think that the Seven Mysteries of Honcho happened later on. Is it possible? It could be that that we are a Harukage somehow surviving. Could be another person who we play as, but you know what I'm thinking. I think in that previous game it said that Seimon Tsuchimikado took on different names. Is it possible that Seimon Tsuchimikado is also an 800-year-old immortal? Is that possible? That could be really cool. Okay. Well, those are my thoughts. Let's keep going on. Well, be sure to let us know if you remember anything else that could help us break the curse. I will. Alright, the Heike. Alright, next question. You wouldn't happen to know much about the Heike, would you? The Heike? Why do you ask? This actually pertains to one of the other cases we're working on, but we've got reason to believe that someone out there is using the Curse of the Heike to commit murder. Curse of the Heike? Did you hear about the skeletal remains that turned up near here? It was all over the news. Oh, yeah, I saw that. Well, we suspect the Curse of the Heike may have been involved. And seeing as you were alive 800 years ago, I was hoping you might know something about the Heike that could help us. If we're right in thinking that you had ties to the Bureau of Onmyo, the timing matches up perfectly. I might have known once, but nothing's coming to me at the moment. Really? Shoot. On that note, I too have noticed a potential correlation. There's a legend that tells us how Taira no Tanemori was presented with the flesh of a mermaid at Betushin. Perhaps that was the flesh Sato consumed to gain her immortality. Actually, I'm pretty familiar with that legend myself. And those so-called mermaids that were caught at Betushin definitely weren't the kind that could make anyone immortal. Oh, is that so? But if you ask me, Sato here couldn't have become immortal by eating mermaid flesh, without the use of a relic called the Tamate Baka. Now, does that ring any bells? Huh? Wait, mermaid flesh in the Tamate Baka? Oh, have you remembered something? Yes, that's it. It was one of the Heike. A man wearing a suit of armor. We were on a boat, and he had the Tamate Baka. There was mermaid flesh inside. He wanted me to eat some of it. Warrior in armor. Could it be? So, sounds like you had ties to the Heike as well. And this man, he was the one who made you eat mermaid flesh. Yes, I remember now. What was his name? Do you remember that too? I think it was Tomo something. Tomoshige. That's it. The man's name was Taira no Tomoshige. Taira no Tomoshige. That was the name of one of Taira no Yorimori's sons. And Yorimori himself was the son of Tadamori's official wife. So you're telling me that Tadamori's grandson forced Sato to eat mermaid flesh? What do we know about this Taira no Tomoshige anyway? Not much. Aside from the fact that he was part of the clan's main lineage, history has not seen fit to record his deeds, whatever they may have been. Or have they? Just in case. Just in case. What was it? Yeah. Hanamori's sword. Yeah. Modest. Yeah. Is new later inherited by Yorimori. Okay, here we go. Tanamori, the other mermaids, two of them in the box, presented from Tanamori. He refused to accept them. They said that they were cut up and eaten by the fishermen, but that if those weren't the kind to have been immortal, so. Yep, so Taika, okay, cool. Yeah, it's Tomoshige. Sorry. It is Tomoshige. So the Heike. Yeah, it's not interesting. Not on this list here. Yeah, they're right. Okay, it is not in history at all. I was wondering if it might be, a storyteller might give us that. We may not have been one of the clan's famous warriors, but to think, you actually knew one of the Heike. You mentioned you were in a boat. Do you recall anything else? I think we were being chased. I do not wonder at that. At the end of the Heian period, the Heike were being pursued by the full might of the Genshi's forces. I was struck by an arrow and I fell into the sea and drowned. But by that time, I had already become immortal. Later, I must have resurrected and washed up somewhere along the coast, and I guess that's how I escaped. What about Tomoshige? Did he eat some of the mermaid flesh too? I'm not sure. I don't remember that part, but I don't think I encountered him again after that. If you'll remember, ma'am, that cursed echo I witnessed earlier held the famed blade Nukamaru. Perhaps Tomoshige inherited the blade from Yomimori and wielded it with the intent to avenge his clan. After all, future generations would have surely held a memorial service for a warrior of renown like Yorimori, sending his spirit to rest. Tomoshige, on the other hand, is unlikely to have received the same treatment. If so, his hatred may have persisted long after death, creating the curse of the Heike. It is a distinct possibility. This curse sounds terrifying. I have to say, I wasn't expecting a connection here. Hold on, let me look at this, because this could give us a hint as to what the trigger actually is. Is it just to have held a mirror at some point or something? Tomoshige, we don't know. We were being pursued. We were struck by an arrow. Yeah. That's what Sato, that's what was, yeah, doesn't really remember. Yeah, okay. You know, Sato, it's starting to sound like you've been involved in all the incidents that have gone down in these parts over the centuries. Not by choice. Yeah, certainly not. Anyway, I get the feeling this Taira no Tomoshige wasn't a very nice guy. And this curse of his sounds even nastier. Could it really still be active after all this time? It certainly looks that way. The Heike's resentment is awfully persistent, I hear. You don't think he could have held a grudge against me, do you? Who knows? That would depend on your relationship with him back then. Okay, so that is probably the phone call then, yeah. Oh man. However, it appears someone is actively wielding the curse of the Heike at present. Therefore, the targets of the curse will be decided by this individual, whoever they may be. Another unknown, huh? Okay. There we go. Curse of Tomoshige. A curse born from Taira no Tomoshige's feeling of malice and resentment that lingered after the fall of the Taira clan. It kills an individual who meets the conditions by leaving them in two, and that is it. Who died? I'm thinking, does it... No, because I was thinking, does it have to be somebody connected with the incidents? But no, because all of the island, a lot of the other islanders died. Figuring out the origin of the curse is all well and good, but doesn't help us solve the case. We need to track down the person who's actually using it, or it'll keep happening. Indeed. Hope you find them soon. Alright. There's something else I'd like to ask you. Be my guest. How exactly do you deal with 800-year immortals? You sure you want to know? Huh? Hmm. Since it's not going to happen to you, there's no reason for you to think about it. Oh boy. That would be something like taking away their immortality. Unfortunately, that's downright impossible. Because your original body is long gone, you know. But then, what else can you do? You tell us, Soto. Should I always be the one to handle the unpleasant topics? Besides, I see no point in explaining something that she's already painfully familiar with. What do you mean? Trapping in the sea? Among the arts we psychics wield is a spell that can place even an immortal into a state of apparent death. Once that is done, they can simply be sealed in an underground vault for the rest of their days. Wait, you mean it's the same thing that happened to me? Essentially, yes, except that in your case, it was for the purpose of making you a sacrifice. And you woke up before your lifespan came to an end. Yikes. Mind you, neither I nor Soto has ever actually done this to anyone. Though I did hear a rumor that someone was dealt with that way a few decades back. A few decades back. Huh. That I will keep in mind, because that actually sounds like a really cool, not cool, really good possibility for who we are. Because we are, trapped down there somewhere. Of course, there have been 800-year immortals who have sought ways to become mortal again in the past. But they all failed. Even if they managed to track down the mermaid who gave them their immortality, it was no good. That's why more than a few immortals had ended up living out their long lives in religious seclusion. Speaking of immortals, there's something else I had to ask you. Yes? Now, I'm not certain about this, but I get the feeling that there's another 800-year immortal on Kamishima right now. What? Any idea who it might be? No, I don't have a clue. Are you sure about that? Because if there is another immortal here, I'll find them eventually, you know. Even if I have to scour the island from end to end. Does that change your answer? No, I really don't know who it could be. Alright, if you say so. Guess this means I'll have to search the island after all. As if I didn't have enough to deal with. Well, I'd say that about covers everything. We've talked your ear off long enough. It must be confusing, all this talk of the past. We'll not trouble you any further. Right, thank you. Still, give it a bit of time. Something else might come back to you. If it does, please let us know. We should be visiting the island again real soon, so you should have a chance. Will do. I'll be going then. So, now what? She's given us much to ponder. To think we'd encounter a living witness, I'd never have dreamt it possible. Sure, it was fascinating, but I can't say it did us much good as far as our investigation is concerned. Besides, she's still hiding something, that one. You think so, ma'am? I do. In fact, I'd bet on it. She might even be up to something. But our primary objective here is to lift the curse of the raging waves. We don't need to start digging into anything else without good reason. On that note, do you really intend to search the island for this other 800-year immortal? I figure we might as well look into that too while we're here. Understood. Oh, it's panning. Oh, hi. My apologies for the interruption, but there is an important matter with which I wish to discuss with you. Now then, I believe you have just been privy to quite the interesting development. As Shiki would tell it, Sato Shiranami is not the only 800-year immortal here on Kamishima. Oh, we have to think about it. Oh, no. Okay, so, let me think. Well, we were already with Tsukasa, and we didn't see anything. Um, I maybe shut. It could be. I don't. It could be. Very well could be Kikuko. So it would pose you a question. There is indeed one more individual on Kamishima who has made a miraculous return from the dead. You have borne witness to the death and revival of this individual a total of 4 times? Oh, right, Yuza. Okay. With this in mind, allow me to ask, who is the other 800-year-old immortal on Kamishima? Please tell me their name. Okay, because I know that for sure, because for some reason I remember going into the hole, going into Ryugu 4 times. I don't know why I remember that it is exactly 4 times, but if you asked me, I would have said 4. Yuza. He did die, but they did leave. They probably something to do with the curse, but yep, correct. The answer is Yuza Minakuchi. To think you got it in one go. You're quite the observant one. Honestly, I would not have said Yuza if you didn't give me that hint, buddy. Every time Yuza ran out of oxygen while diving, he suffocated to death in the ocean depths. However, following his demise, he returned to life and was able to continue where he had left off. It would normally be highly unusual for someone to reach a diver rank of 7 on their first outing. Such a feat would be difficult indeed unless one was unburdened by the fear of failure, or the fear of death. It was this knowledge of his own immortality that led him to displaying such an uncanny degree of confidence. Oh, wow. Okay. So that wasn't just bluffing. Man, that's cool. I didn't even think about that. As you may have suspected, Yuza Minakuchi became an 800-year-old immortal 5 years ago when he was saved by a mermaid. In truth, help arrived too late that fateful day, and it became the first time he lost his life. I wonder what light this new information will cast on events going forward. With that, please enjoy the continuation of this tale. Thank you, storyteller. Thank you. Okay. All right. Let's go. Let's go to Vision of the Future next. Yuza heads out with a zombie to go diving before he suddenly remembers something he must do, or mentions. Before returning to the island, they go to a certain location at sea. Let's go. Let's go, baby! Kaba City, Mie Prefecture, Kawajima Southern Sea, August 7th, 1980X. So, what's this important thing you have to do, Yuza? Sounds like it must be a pretty big deal. It is. I just hope you'll believe me. Listen, don't fly off the handle. Oh, so that's why Azami wasn't as concerned. Please forgive the interruption. I have an important announcement to make. The moment you have been waiting for has arrived. Everything is ready for you to proceed. On August 7th, upon returning to Kamishima after his dive, Yuza Minakuchi embarks on the fight of a lifetime. For unbeknownst to him, at this precise moment in time, a slew of predicaments would await him everywhere he turned. As for this really important thing he has to do, that is, of course, preventing the tragedy of Kamishima from coming to pass. The advent of the 400-year-old Curse of the Raging Waves draws nearer Kamishima with every passing moment. Even so, do try to remember that Yuza's true aims are to locate a mermaid and uncover the truth about his mother. Will Yuza Minakuchi succeed in overcoming these challenges and fulfilling his objective, you ask? We'll find out next time on Dragon Ball Z. That is entirely up to you and the actions you choose to take from this moment forward. That concludes my announcement. I wish you good fortune. think Kikiko's plotting a curse that'll cause a massacre on the island? Yeah, you might find it hard to believe, but I'm sure about this. You're gonna have to take me a second to take this in. This is way heavier than I was expecting. I mean, a curse? I know I told you about the Tomokazuki and all. How do you even find out about this? Have you got any proof? Well, I saw the future with my own 2 eyes, but I'm afraid I don't have any proof I can show you right now. You saw the future? Use if this is some kind of prank, you'd better cut it out right now. Seriously, this shit isn't funny. If you're just fooling around, I don't know if we can be friends anymore. Do you think it's easy for me to call someone I'm on friendly terms with a murderer? I wouldn't say something like this unless I was dead certain. I need you to trust me on this, Azami, before it's too late. Oh man, you're not making this easy, Yusa. I just can't, No, I understand. I won't ask you to believe me until I can present you with solid proof. Until then, I still need your help. It's me. I just can't sit back and let this happen. Okay, I won't try to stop you, but I'm not doing anything drastic, so I'm sure we're doing the right thing. That's all I need to hear. Thanks, Asami. But for real, what's gotten into you, Yusa? What do you mean? I know you're headstrong and all, but this is way beyond what I'd expect from you. It's like you're a totally different person. Come on, you're exaggerating. I'm the same old Yusa I've always been. Well, can't tell us about us. Oh boy. Uh-oh. What are you two doing here? What's with that getup, Yusa? Don't tell me you've been diving. Kikiko, do you have a minute? I heard you're heading out to the northern shore to fish in the bay today, so I came out to find you. Where did you hear that? I only just decided that this morning. I didn't even tell anyone. Well, I probably believe that. Okay. We're on the northern side of Kamishima. Not many people come here to fish. I can tell a zombie is trying to believe in me. That's a good start, at least. Are you sure about this? Just so we're clear, I'm leaving to talking to you. Don't worry, I know what I'm doing. Mockingbird! Oh, nice, you've got one, Kikiko. Very cool. Attack, hiding killer, cloak and flower. Mimicking menace. Nice. Kikiko's looking at us suspiciously, but I guess that's to be expected. We surprised to hear her alone after all. Well, what's this all about? If you want to talk, it can wait till after I'm done fishing. Oh, think. Right, this is where it all begins. This is my chance. I have to find a way to change the future. But I don't have any evidence, and I doubt I can just talk Kikiko out of this. You don't do something like that on a whim. Whatever her motives are, they must be powerful. Even if I somehow manage to get her curse stone, there's still the risk that whatever destructive impulse has a hold of her would drive to her to make the tragedy happen some other way. That's why my best bet of containing the situation is to try and distract her. I'm going to change the future, one step at a time. There's no rush. After all, since we came here instead of heading back to the port, things are already different. Okay, let's not start by hand mirrors. Let's talk about diving. So were you really off diving? You sure you should be doing that? If she finds out, she'll give you an earful, no doubt about it. Don't I know it? Seems everyone thinks I bring this island path well just by being here. Yusa. Well, sure, some folks might say that, but it's not as if you've done anything to deserve that kind of talk. Although I just realized Wakamura was right when he said Yusa was, when he was first suspecting Yusa, of having something to do with the curse. Just not in the way you expected. Don't see a problem with you becoming a non-diver myself. I appreciate that. Just today, plenty of folks told me not to go diving because the storm is on its way. But when they don't talk sense, I just ignore them. And so should you. I've been wondering, are you unhappy here on the island, Kikiko? Huh? What makes you think that? I don't know. Just get the feeling you're not planning to stay here as an Almadiver forever. You normally play the fool, but turns out you're pretty sharp, Yusa. Truth is, I can't help thinking of the future. You can earn a decent living as an Almadiver if you know what you're doing, but all of those old rules and customs tend to get in the way. I've been trying to change them here and there, but it's no good. Everyone's too stubborn to listen. I see. No luck, huh? Mark my words. Nothing's ever gonna change around here. Just between you and me. As much as I love being surrounded by nature on this island, the culture here just isn't for me. So that's how you feel. Honestly, I'm about as ready to break ties with this place. Not that anyone else needs to know that. Don't go spreading it around now. Don't we know it? Frankly, I had no idea you were so interested in diving, Yusa. Kikiko, when you left the island, you did some kind of office work, right? Huh? That's true and all, but why are you asking? I was just wondering if you might have preferred your life back then. I mean, you must have had more opportunities to meet people and go out on dates and all that. Stop right there, as if I don't hear enough of that as it is. What's it got to do with you anyway? Sorry, I didn't mean to pry. I was just wondering if you still kept in contact with anyone. Sure, a few people. Just a few. She's mega sus now. What do you say any of them had a big influence on you? Huh? Seriously, what's this all about? Nothing really. I was just curious. Hee hee. Working for that company wasn't exactly a huge break in my career. All I did was pour tea and answer the phone. Huh? You've been passing Kamishimara hand mirrors around to everyone, right? Yeah, I have. Sounds like someone keeps their ear to the ground. So, how many have you given out? Who's got one already? I don't know. Haven't kept track or anything. If I had to guess, I'd reckon it'd be about 20 or so. Why though? You want one too? If so, I'll get one to you later. Oh, no thanks. Don't worry about it. Yeah, you should have just said yes and then just broken it later. Or maybe you couldn't have taken the chance. So yourself, they're pretty sweet little items if I do say so myself. Anyway, Yusa. Did you really come all the way out here just to chat? Something like that, but I've wasted enough of your time. Thanks for hearing you out. Yeah. Come on, Azami, let's go. If you're sure. See you later, Kikiko. Yeah, I'm sure she knows that we know something. 7th, 1980X, Kamishima Jetty. I know we just got back, so there's no time to waste. We gotta track down and collect all the Kamishimaru hand mirrors Kikiko handed out as soon as possible. Why? If I'm right, those mirrors are actually the targets of the curse. No way, seriously? Still, man, all this curse business is a bit much. Look, given what people think of me, I'm gonna have a hard time handling this on my own. I'm gonna need your help, Azami. I'll guess I have to try and convince everyone the mirrors are defective or something, but we better not let Kikiko find out what we're up to. Yusa? I want to believe you, and I'd like nothing more than to help you out. But before I lift a finger, there's something I've got to know. Right? See, I've got a pretty good idea what made you change out of the blue like this. You do. When you were diving before, and you came face to face with the Tomokazuki. Something happened, didn't it? Yup, it did. You haven't been the same since then. And, come to think of it, does this have anything to do with your search for a mermaid? You're right. I should have told you the full story to begin with. I've been in such a rush, I got ahead of myself. You're right. Something did happen to me. I'll tell you all about it right now if you want to hear. I'm all ears. First of all, tracking down a mermaid is still my end goal. That hasn't changed. At least something's still the same. But what I'm trying to do right now started when I found out about the danger Kamishima is in. And realized I had to do something to prevent it. Are you with me so far? Sure, if I knew the island was in danger, I'd want to protect it too. But how'd you find out about that anyway? Earlier you said you saw the future. When did that happen? It was when I encountered the Tomokazuki. The moment our hands touched, everything went dark. And then the future unfolded before me. Huh. So it was kind of like a vision from the Tomokazuki? A warning? That's exactly what it felt like. A stream of images filled my mind all at once, together with a rush of understanding. It's like they were imprinted into my memory. I don't know how it works, but I believe what I saw. I know what's gonna happen here on Kamishima if I don't do something to change it. So that's what started all this, huh? Yusa, did you know there was a Tomokazuki there? Is that why you picked that spot to die? No, it's like I told you. I was hoping to find a clue there, since that's the spot where I encountered a mermaid once before. I never would have dreamed I'd end up seeing a vision of a tragedy like that. For all I know, this might have nothing to do with mermaids at all. But now that I know about it, I can't just forget it, can I? Of course not. Now that I know the full story, you can count on my help too. So seeing as Kikuko's the culprit, I'm guessing we need to collect those hand mirrors to save everyone. Yeah, but she's not the only threat. There's more to this. More? There are actually 2 calamities on the horizon for Kamishima today. 2? You gotta be kidding me. The first is the massacre caused by Kikuko's curse. And the second is the curse of the raging waves, which has been brewing up a violent storm for the last 400 years. It's gonna hit the island tonight. Now you've lost me again. I can't keep up. For starters, why is all this happening on the same day? I don't know. I get the feeling it's just an unfortunate coincidence. And there would have been nothing we could do about it either. But since I've been forewarned, I have a chance to prevent it. I'll explain the rest on the way. There's no time to lose. We have to track down every last one of those mirrors. Oh. Oh. These are different paths, so we're gonna unlock new... Or is this going down because it's happening because of what we saw here? Interesting. Okay, let's go to Accepted Fate. Let's see what this is. Or actually... Honor Bridge or Possessions. I want to go to Avi, actually. I want to go to Avi. Let's see it. After arriving in Kamishima, Avi and Cersei continue to ask around about mermaids with this garnered suspicion, and they find themselves unable to gain any information. August 7th, 1980X afternoon, Kamishima Town Clock. Well, so much for that. Even after everything we went through, we got nothing to show for it. It's almost how astounding how little we managed to learn. Like some reverse miracle. Worse, I think rumors spread and now everyone's avoiding us. This is a pickle. I can't even bring up mermaids without the islanders looking at me like some odd foreigner who's lost his marbles. And for some reason, mentioning Mare Minakuchi makes things even worse. The people hate her or something. Just even the name makes them recoil with undisguised disgust. I noticed it too. The way of asking probably doesn't help much. Well, how about we take a break from investigating and go for a little sightseeing instead? Seems like there's a shrine and a lighthouse around here, so you might as well drop by. Count me in. To be honest, the way people are treating us has started to bum me out. Maybe heading to the lighthouse to unwind a bit won't be such a bad idea. Oh! Oh! We're communicating to him. No, we must go to the jetty and that's that. Don't scare me like that. What's gotten into you all of a sudden? The waves of my yearning soul keep crashing against my chest, insisting I seek out the shore. Right, sure. The usual, then. Well then, off we go. Jetty time, jetty time, jetty time. I'm a machete. Yeah. Oh, looks like we got ourselves a spunky young lady here. And maybe we should have a word with her. All right, this could be our last chance. Let's give it our all. Excuse me, could we speak with you for a moment? I say no, there's no way she'll want to talk with us with that forward. Foreign visitors. And for resistance, sorry, wrong voice. Foreign visitors. How unusual. And your names are Avi and Cersei. Welcome to Kamishima. My name's Kikuko. I'm an armor diver. Kikuko the armor diver. Such a pleasure to meet a charming young lady in a place like this. Charming young lady, you say? Oh my. Well, now you're allowed to ask me anything you like. I'm gonna have trouble switching between these two voices. These are very similar. Oh, interesting. We got items here. I haven't had the courage to open it up yet. We did see it's blank. Oh, okay. We gotta tell her to go back out in the ocean. That's what's going on. That's what's going on. Very cool. The most approachable people we've talked to by far. Maybe this time we'll actually learn something. It's a little sad to be this happy just because someone finally agreed to talk to us. I wonder who's to blame for that. You're saying it's my fault. And I feel that sudden urge to go to the jetty earlier. Thanks to that, we ended up running into Kikuko. Let's talk about armor divers first. So you're an active armor diver then? Are there many young divers these days? Not really. The younger generation just doesn't go for diving anymore. This makes more sense to pursue higher education. I see. It's a real shame to see such a long-standing tradition slowly fade away. Well, it's quite dangerous after all. Can't really blame them for choosing safer options. Just the other day, I heard 2 armor divers went missing around Toba. Oh, yeah. Right. Yeah. Speaking of armor divers, I heard armor divers have a legend that if you go diving around here, there's a chance that Mochizuki might emerge from the depths. Cersei, enough with the ghost stories. You sure know a lot, do you? Wrong voice again. You're right, it's a well-known legend. Not that I've seen it with my own eyes or anything. Don't know anyone who has either. Huh? Maybe your Saman and Doman symbols have kept you safe? Oh, those? I don't have any. I don't really go in for superstitions like that. I'm really okay without them. I think it's no more than an old tradition. It's to remind us not to forget our gratitude and respect toward the sea. All those old-fashioned rules and traditions, don't you think it's about time for a reform? But isn't freediving close to a... I'm mixing up all my accents. But isn't freediving close to a Shinto ritual of the spirit? Isn't showing reverence and offerings to the sea god crucial? You're pretty devout for a foreigner. I'm impressed. But, you know, I believe it's exactly because of those tedious customs like that young people lose an interest in diving. We should keep up with the times, or otherwise there's no way this tradition will survive. Well now, that's very level-headed thinking. Maybe it's because I'm part of the so-called new generation. Some people don't like my attitude, but I get the job done. Yeah, I'm mixing up Kikuko's voice. I don't know what I'm gonna do for her, man. Some of the young divers go to high school in the mainland, then work as armor divers when they return home. Guess there's also that guy who just started working as an armor here. I saw him earlier. I didn't even realize men could become armor divers too. It's not like it's forbidden. It's pretty rare though. This is the first time I've ever seen it happen. Interesting. Mermaids. This may be a bit out of nowhere, but you don't happen to know anything about mermaids, do you? Mermaids? So you do know something. When you say mermaid, you mean mermaids, right? The mythical creatures? Precisely, the very same. Rumor has it this island houses some kind of secret connection to mermaids, but I haven't been able to ascertain whether it's true or not. So tell me, any mermaid secrets about? Are you saying you really came all the way out here to look for mermaids? More or less, so any information you may have would be a huge help. Sorry, I don't have anything for you, but I do happen to be a little interested in mermaids myself. Fantastic. Another fan entranced by the mysterious. They say that even the flesh of a mermaid will grant you immortality, right? That's right. Could you perhaps be interested in immortality as well? I guess so. Not for myself, though. Oh? Oop. All the lengths we went to, I refused to leave this place without at least a few answers. You mentioned that this island has some sort of connection to mermaids? More than just a little interested, I. Well, in fact, right here in Issei Bay, there used to be... blah, blah, blah. So mermaids used to live on this Taishima place? Do you think there may still be some clues here in Kamishima that'll lead you to the mermaids in Ryugu? Nail on the head and right on the button. Unfortunately, I can't say I've heard of any mermaid stories on this island before. A pity. Oh, right. Actually, there's someone we're looking for on this island. Would you mind if we asked you about? Who is it? A woman named Mare Minakuchi. Ah. See, that's exactly how everyone else around here's been reacting when we ask about it. You know, it's just... sorry, but that woman died in an accident at sea 5 years ago. Ah, yes, we're well aware she's passed away. Then why do you ask? Did she leave anything behind? Or was there perhaps someone who was close to it? Anything like that? I have no idea. Nobody on this island really knew her. Although his son just returned. Actually, the guy I was talking about earlier, the new armor diver, that's his son. Her son, you say? Now it's getting interesting. We'd certainly like to meet him. Do you know where he is? Sorry, no idea, but gotta be somewhere around the island. His name is Yusa Minakuchi. I'll give you his home address. You might find him there. Wow, thank you. This is invaluable information. By the way, you wouldn't happen to know why everyone is frantically dodging our questions about Mara Minakuchi, would you? Was she such a terrible person? Some people don't really like to talk about. She didn't fit in much with the other islanders. No one knew much about her either. Why are you so interested in her anyway? Well, it's kind of a secret, but it seems that Mara Minakuchi had some sort of connection to the mermaids. You don't say. See, so that's why. Oh, did you remember something? Not really. It's just, I always thought she was a little off. Almost as though she wasn't actually human. Talk about Mare, talk about Mare. Saying Mare might not have been human after all, if she was actually a mermaid? No way, I was just joking. It's kind of weird, sure, but a mermaid? That's a bit far-fetched, don't you think? Right. Come to think of it, I completely forgot about the still-time mirror that Akoma told us to look for. Guess I'll just try my luck and ask. Oh boy. Alright, just remembered. There is a particular mirror on this island that we're looking for. You happen to know anything about that? Mirror, you say? Well, well, you come to the right woman. You know it. Looks finally on our side. Could it be that you're talking about this? Ta-da! Goodness, that's the cutest mirror I've ever seen. This is the famous Kamishima souvenir, the Kamishimaru hand mirror. No idea it becomes so famous. No way. Could this be the still-time mirror? Definitely not. Right. This isn't the one you're after. Well, since you seem to have taken a liking to it, I'd still love to let you have it. Consider it a memento of our meeting today. Really? Lucky me. Let's just see what you say when you click accept. Here you go. You take one too, Cersei. Fantastic. Can't beat free. Thank you. Hand mirror acquired. Looking for is actually a bronze mirror. Bronze mirror? I mean, the type you'd see in history books. Probably something like that. Can't say know anything about that. Shame. That was huge coming here for. Never heard anything about a bronze mirror on this island. That reminds me. Caught a glimpse of something inside your bag earlier. Is that by chance the Tama Tobacco? What? Sorry, Just happened to notice. And judging by your reaction, I'd say I'm right. Damn it, I didn't think it'd be that noticeable. A glimpse alone shouldn't have given away that it was the Tom Tobacco. My initial guess was just a bluff, but obvious reaction confirmed it. I'm sorry. Oh boy. Can we throw this away? Okay, we can throw it away. Cool. Why the interest in the Tom Tobacco? Some kind of ancient mermaid treasure, right? My, you're well informed. Would you be willing to hand it over to me? I'll make sure it's worth your while. Huh? You see, I know someone who's ridiculously rich and in search of eternal life. They'd be willing to pay a small fortune for that thing. They'll offer the kind of money you probably only get to see once in a lifetime. So what do you say? Whoa, slow down. Are they? Much more than some third-rate rider like yourself could earn in a lifetime. I don't know what you could possibly need the Tom Tobacco for anyway, but wouldn't you like to move up in the world? I believe I understand your offer, Kikuko. But my answer's no, not a chance. No way, no how. It's never been about money. It's about the thrill, the adventure. Adventure? Exactly. Embarking on a journey to unravel the secret of the mermaid's immortality. I'm having a little bit of fun. What better adventure could a man ask for? You may call me a romantic, and that's what I am. An adventurer at heart. You've totally lost me. You're throwing his hands away from us for some childish adventure? You wouldn't understand. I put my life on the line to find a mermaid. I'm not handing the box over. See, seems like there's no reasoning with you. Alright then, this conversation's over. It's a shame, but I gave you a chance. Oh, don't get me wrong. I'd still love to ask you some more things. Egads! Curse Echo? No! Damn it! Well. Yep. It hurts so much for talking. Yep. Just Arnab Barnum is dead. Oh my, it seems you've met with a rather unpleasant fate. This is merely conjecture on my part, but things seem to be going quite smoothly, right up until Kikuko's true nature was exposed. The only one who can stop Kikuko from committing those murders is Mr. Barnum, after all. Appears, yep, you're holding on to something which gave her the other hand. I'd recommend you dispose of it. Do not fret, you may start anew from the moment the standoff began. Yeah, I wanted to see when it would let us throw it away. If it would let us after that. I wanted to try and leave it to the last possible moment, but this is it. Throw it away. This pass me the hand mirror you received earlier. Oh, sure. Take that, and some of this. Haha, fuck you. It'd be so much easier if you had it. Huh? Why do you suddenly throw away the mirror? This would have been so much easier. Oh, the mirror? I know, it felt like the right thing to do. Why do you ask? Are things not going as planned? Ugh. Not sure what's going on, but I feel like we might have just narrowly escaped danger. Sounds like if we had that mirror on us, she might have been able to steal the Tom Tobacco. I'd like to get more info out of her, but it seems as though she's plotting something. So why don't you enlighten us? Who told you about the Tom Tobacco? Who knows? Think he'll get it out of me with that attitude. He still hasn't given up. Also, let's think just in case. Kikuko wants to take it from us. But even so, Tom Tobacco won't grant immortality without the flesh of a mermaid. She has any other information about mermaids we need it. So why don't you enlighten us? Who told you about the Tom Tobacco? Oh, okay. Can we, no, I don't want to throw that away. No, I don't want to throw it away. I need you to listen to me, but without taking your eyes off Kikuko. Oh, got it. Pretty sure she has a curse stone. What? What's this all about? Couldn't tell right away because it was masked by the heavy veil of cursed energy that's all over the island, but on closer inspection, the cursed stone's aura is impossible to conceal. Sorry, I don't know what you're talking about. What, the condition to activate a curse was holding on to one of those mirrors? Then we can relax, right? The condition isn't met. Only if the mirror was all there is to it. As long as we don't know for sure what the condition is, we need to stay on high alert. Maybe we should retreat. Should always be looking over our shoulders. We get her to surrender somehow. Ideally, we'd take away her curse stone too. I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. Yeah? Ta-da! What are the odds? Turns out we both got curse stones. This one's called the Curse of the Forsaken Fish. When its conditions are met, it transforms you into a fish and kills you. Pretty messed up, huh? What? Avi, are you sure? You were planning to use your curse stone on us to steal the time of tobacco, weren't you? But your curse stone requires us to have one of those hand mirrors, am I right? On the other hand, I could use my curse on you whenever I so please. You're bluffing. Your curse stone must have a condition too. Who's to say it hasn't already been met? Cease your scheming, tell us what you know. I wonder if she actually will. You really have the resolve to kill someone with the curse. I'm not exactly keen on it, but I'm prepared to defend my life if necessary. I wasn't expecting from such a kind gentleman. You look like you wouldn't hurt a fly. Indeed, my heart is pure, but trust me, I'm quite capable. Experience has hardened my resolve. Yeah, saying you actually used it before. At this point, what difference does one death to the tally make? My hands are already stained. You're a proper criminal. Maybe I should report you to the cops. Be my guest. I wonder which is faster, my curse or your phone call. What about your lady friend? Are you okay with this? I'm afraid there's no restraining Avi. I've pretty much given up on him at this point. So it'd be great if you could just give up and hand over the curse stone. I'm glad you're playing along. What the fuck is this? You guys are absolutely insane. Oh, come on now. I think we can agree that we both have our issues. Good, we're at a stalemate. Now I can try to extract more information out of her. Good job, Sissy. Making her believe I've lost it. Very convincing. She maybe a little too convincing? Does she really think I'm crazy? Whatever, I've got more important things to focus on right now. What kind of curse do you possess? Dunno. Don't care. Come on, not even a hint. We, on the other hand, have laid pretty much all of our cards on the table already. What are you talking about? Who would do such a reckless thing? Alright, look. Seems just about as dead set as on the time of tobacco as I am. This standoff won't get us anywhere. Why don't you tell us your motivation? Maybe we'll be able to find a compromise. Compromise? Say, for example, if Grania were to stir the spirit of adventure within me. I cannot hand over the time of tobacco, but perhaps I'd be willing to let you borrow its power of immortality. I've got no romantic tale for you. I told you. I just want to get with that rich person what he's looking for so he can see how important I am to him. That's all there is to it. Important, you say? How's that? Because I'm his illegitimate child. Ugh. But he simply refuses to admit it. Whatever I do, he won't even acknowledge my existence. I mean, just look at me. I must be a disgrace in his eyes. But a woman like me shouldn't be wasting her life away on some backwater island. I was born in noble blood. I wasn't meant to rot in this miserable place. If you cast me aside and refuse to even acknowledge my existence, it's humiliating. As if I was some rich man. Hardly anyone in Isushima doesn't know the name Yoshiatsu Yamashina. He's a noble bloodline stretching back centuries. Here I am, stuck in this wretched life. Yamashima, done everything in my power to earn his recognition. Give it my all to make it in the big city, and for what? Nothing I tried worked out. In the end, I had to come crawling back to this island trying to make ends meet as an Amadeus. But I still kept telling myself that someday, somehow. I see. So you figured that since Yamashima was seeking immortality, you could leverage a box to get what you want at the same time. Well, I'm gonna hydrate. These voices are tough on me. Used to work at this small company. The young CEO of the place is basically Yamashima's protege. Yup. Guess he felt sorry for me, so let it slip that Yamashima was after immortality. Interesting. Was he the one who told you about the curse stone and atomic tobacco as well? Yeah. Since even Yamashima doesn't know about this, he suggested I use it to my advantage and take the credit. Okay, so now this is how Avi finds out that Ikoma is connected. He gave me the curse stone and told me to use it wisely. Originally, I'd planned on offering something different to Yamashina, but now I got cleans for the atomic tobacco. That's my best option. Oh, how intriguing. So you wanted to trade the atomic tobacco for Yamashina's recognition? Right. See, I knew we were never going to find a compromise. True, it's a compelling story, but it's missing a certain adventurous allure. That company president you mentioned, how come he knew about the atomic tobacco and the curse stone? Just who exactly is he? I was wondering the same thing. Of course you were. He's an incredible person after all. Mr. Kipe Sakoma is an amazing man. Thanks to him, I got a chance to make my dream come true. Oh, did you just say Akoma? Yep. Actually, let me see what he thinks. Priority, make it out alive without triggering or curse conditions. 2, get a hold of the curse stone. Leaving it with her is much too risky. 3, get her to give up on the atomic tobacco and surrender to us. Excuse me. And if she has any information about mermaids, we need to get that out of it too. I guess that's 4 things. Anyway, I need to extract whatever information I can while we're locked in conversation. Let us talk about Akoma. Kipe Akoma, you say, from Solid Planet. You know Mr. Akoma? Indeed, just met him the other day. In fact, I even got his business card. You have Mr. Akoma's business card? That business card you took out earlier was his? That's right. Want to see it? No, it's fine. You hold on to that. If you say so. Huh? Okay. We mess up. Okay. Plakasasteri, guide his path and with thy merciful hand protect him. Why? You had Mr. Akoma's business card. The conditions should have been met. So why? Thought I was done for. You were? I'm sorry. All I can do is delay the curse. I can't dispel it. It's gonna take effect in about 1 minute. You need to do something before then. Like what? A curse is dispelled by eliminating its caster. What comes up next is up to you. Eliminate? Why do I have to keep doing this? Okay. Yeah. Damn it, I refuse to die here. Ugh. What's with you? Ah. Going to the water. It's now or never. No time to waste. She could climb back out any second. It's no good. I can't bring myself to do it. I can't hold it any longer. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, I want to see if we have to use it. I couldn't do it. Damn it. My dream will be forever left unfilled. There we go. And Arda Barnum is dead. Another way of him dying. Yay. Do 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 do. Unpleasant fates. Okay, so we can just throw it. One thing I want to do, though, is save. Here. Can we do this without... Oh, we have to restart from the beginning. Okay, so we have to kill him. I wonder if... Oh, well. I wonder if... you could, throw away the curse... So throw away the business card, but I'm guessing she would see it. I refuse to die here. What's wrong with you? Ah! Now or never. Ah! Retrieve the curse stone from the ocean. Are you alright, are they? Barely made it out alive, but I can't say I feel particularly good about it. So it had to come to this. No turning back now, it seems. This is what happens when you deal with curses. They might turn back on you at any moment. At any moment, you should be prepared for that. Understood. So what about the curse stone? What's it like? About that. A bronze mirror. That's right. A palm-sized bronze hand mirror. Don't tell me the still-time mirror was actually a curse stone all along. The curse stone's resentful memory doesn't seem to indicate anything like that. This curse stone had a resentful memory too, eh? What'd you learn? There's so much information, it's hard to make sense of it. Take a look for yourself. Don't just toss it like that. It's a curse stone, not a baseball. You're not gonna look? Of course I am. See. This is the real deal? Oh, a mermaid. There's a mermaid on it. Ooh, biography of Tomoshige. Here we go. Taira no Tomoshige was born as the son of Taira no Kiyomori's younger brother, Yorimori, in the latter half of the Heian period, at the height of the Taira clan's power. Although his father, Yorimori, was the only child born the official wife of Taira no Tanomori, part of the main lineage of the Taira clan, he maintained a deferential attitude towards Kiyomori, a stance that made Tomoshige regard him with contempt, and fuel his ambition to one day stand at the head of the Taira clan. I gotta take a sip. Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm. He also believed himself to be the rightful heir to Nukamaru, a famous sword that his father had inherited as part of his birthright. At around the same time, Sato was living a sinful life in Kusawa village, the place of her birth. One day, she happened to encounter a visiting onmyoji, and was offered the chance to work at the Bureau of Onmyo in Kyoto. Sato readily accepted, having always felt out of place in the village due to her faint spirit sense, and left Kusawa to work in the Bureau of Onmyo as a maidservant. At the end of a certain year, Taira no Kiyomori's daughter Noriko gave birth to the imperial prince. Although Tomoshige visited the palace with his father to celebrate the birth, he soon grew bored with the proceedings and left, only to encounter Sato, who was attending to odd jobs nearby. Tomoshige was intrigued by Sato, who made no attempts to curry favor with him, whose thoughts he found difficult to read, and who frequently visited her from then on. Not yet having an official wife, it was not uncommon for Tomoshige to spend his time on dalliances with women, with Sato being the latest. Okay, the man. Probably. However, as their interactions continued, he found himself being particularly drawn to her. He eventually had a pair of bronze hand mirrors made and gifted one to her, telling her to carry it with her at all times as a sign of their vow to each other. In 1185, In 1185, the Taira clan was defeated at the Battle of Dan-no-ura, spelling its ruin. Tomoshige, who had fled from place to place, as if to desperately avert his eyes from the Taira clan's decline, ultimately did not participate in the decisive battle at Dan-no-ura, It came to know the Taira clan's downfall while he was lying low in a remote village in Issei with Sato. Yep. Although initially being terrified of being hunted down by soldiers of the Minamoto clan, Tomoshige regained his senses upon seeing Sato's unbroken composure. Now believing it lay with him to restore the Taira clan as one of his sole survivors, he swore an oath to his fallen clan that he would see it rise again, one day. With survivors of the Taira clan being hunted down across the country, Tomoshige continued to search for a way to turn the situation to his advantage. In the process, he suddenly remembered a box that his grandfather Tadamori had left the family. A tamatabako proffered by a fisherman that was said to contain the flesh of a mermaid. Although Tadamori had refused to accept it, a member of the clan had secretly hidden it in a storehouse back in their homeland. It was said that eating mermaid flesh would grant an eternal life to whoever ate it. However, legend also had it that the meat was highly poisonous, with even a small bite being fatal. No one had wanted to eat it as a result, and it had ended up forgotten as the years went by. Believing that dying due to poison would hardly be any different from their fate, they were caught and killed. Tomoshige located the tamatabako and pried open the lid. However, all that was inside was a dried sliver of meat, so shriveled as to resemble a splint of wood. Dubious, Tomoshige pushed his misgivings aside and ate the meat, but felt no different than before. Believing that the long years had robbed the meat of its power, and seeing the tamatabako as his only clue to find a mermaid, he boarded a small boat with Sato and set out to sea. Believing that a mermaid would surely come to reclaim the tamatabako if it was truly linked to them in some way, Tomoshige continued to row the small boat into the Sea of Issei. At the time, he was clad from head to toe in the armor of a warrior, and had with him the famed sword Nukamaru, an heirloom he had seized from his father Yorimori, whom he had scorned as a disgrace to their clan. Sato, meanwhile, wore only a light kimono. After they had rowed for a while, a sudden mist descended on the sea around them, obscuring their surroundings. As Tomoshige and Sato looked around fearfully, they heard a small splash. Turning to look, the two gasped as they saw what appeared to be a human hand reach up from the water before grabbing onto the boat's edge. In a rush of water, a being with human features from the waist up and fish-like features from the waist down emerged from the sea. A mermaid. Climbing into the boat, the mermaid screamed for them to give back the box before suddenly lunging at them. Too stunned to think clearly, Tomoshige drew his sword and slashed at the mermaid. There is a dull sound of a blade slicing through flesh, and the mermaid let out a piercing cry before diving back in the water and fleeing the area. Still trying to process the small... Sorry, why did I say small? Still trying to process the sudden turn of events, Tomoshige glanced down and caught sight of a small piece of the mermaid's tail, apparently severed by his previous blow, lying in a pool of blood. Hey, Pupples, how are you? This is Paranormasight, the Mermaid's Curse. This is a little visual novel mystery game that we're playing. Right now, we are reading, we are pretty far into it. We are reading about the biography of this guy who was around in the 1180s, whose resentful memories left a curse. And this guy might probably still be alive in the form of a character that we've seen. But yeah, if you are, I have the VODs up if you want to watch later from the beginning. But yeah, that's what we're doing. So we are learning the story behind this guy and why the curse came about. I caught a small piece of the mermaid's tail, apparently severed by his previous blow, lying in a pool of blood. He picked it up, only to find that it continued to twitch even as he held it. Finding himself too disgusted to try eating it immediately, he decided to stow it in the tamatabaka for the present. Eventually, after some hesitation, he forced Sato to eat it despite her protests. They waited a while, but no change seemed to come over her. Also, how are you? How you doing? I totally forgot to ask. I'm so sorry. I hope you're doing well today. Thinking that the amount of mermaid flesh simply hadn't been enough, Tomoshige made sure to pursue the mermaid, but as he did, he noticed the mist around them had cleared. As the two looked around, they realized that their small boat was surrounded by ships belonging to a band hunting down remnants of the Taira clan. Alarmed, they tried to flee, but with their attackers pressing in on them from all sides, they were unable to find any means of escape. Amongst this chaos, Sato was struck in the head by an arrow and fell into the sea. Tomoshige, still determined to retaliate, continued to frantically resist with his sword. However, he was vastly outnumbered, and unable to break through his attacker's ranks, was ultimately cut down in a single stroke. On the brink of death, before the ad break starts, what have you been up to lately? Yeah, it's been a little bit. Anyways, on the brink of death, Tomoshige's gaze fell on the crests worn by his pursuers. Consumed by bitter regret at his failure to restore his clan, he directed the full brunt of his resentment toward those symbols as he sank beneath the waves, cursing his enemies and clinging to his vindictive hatred until the very end. I wonder if those crests are the same in Endowment. Anyways, Curse of Tomoshige. The curse uses a specific symbol as its target and kills those who carry that symbol within the area specified by its user by cleaving them in two. Its effective range is several hundred meters. Okay. Is it the same in Endowment then? That's what I'm guessing it is. Let's take a look. Let us take a look. Hold on. It was the same in Endowment. It was also the business card. Can we take a look at the items that we've gathered here? Kanshimaru. There's the hand mirror. Oh, it's this. It's probably this. Right here. So that is the symbol. Okay, yeah, and that must have been on the business card. It would be fitting because it's a coma. It's this little symbol right here. Can we take a look at our items and make sure? So this is the curse of Taira no Tomoshige that grew over 800 long years. Taira no Tomoshige? Never heard of him. He wasn't exactly what you call a historically important figure, even within the Hake. Seems he sought out the mermaid's power of immortality to restore the Hake, but his pursuit ended in failure. That resentment, it must have dwelled within Tomoshige's bronze mirror, eventually turning it into a curse stone. Most likely. Yup, okay, there it is. Then, the symbol on the hand mirror and the business card with the true curse target. So that's what it was. If only we'd realized it sooner. Well, what's done is done. Don't be too hard on yourself. Kikuko mentioned she got a curse stone from Ikoma, right? Exactly. To think that slippery snake was sneaky enough to put the curse markers on his own business cards. That Ikoma guy is seriously dangerous. That was way too close. Good thing we were cautious, especially since it seems like he's after the Tamatabako too. Yeah, seems like working without him turned to be the right call. Although he may grow suspicious if he can't contact Kikuko anymore. Considering he's after the Tamatabakos, there's a chance he still might chase after us. We need to keep our guard up. I think it's safe to assume he already knows about Miss Somakawa and the Tamatabako. I do wonder why he told us to go look for the still-tied mirror, too. Well, it's not this mirror. We got no reason to follow his orders anyway. I'd rather try and find out more about the mermaid as soon as possible. You're right. We didn't learn anything from Kikuko. Looks like we got no choice but to continue our investigation of the island, shall we? Could you hold on for a moment? Oh, this is when they meet. We brought him. This is how we bring them together. Someone's there. Ah. Oh. Two of our other player characters. You. Oh, we put that on pause. Okay. I think I know what it is. I think I know. Because I want to try something. Let's resume from... Yeah, okay. Yeah, let's start from the current state. Yep, this is exactly what I'm thinking it is. This actually confirms that this is exactly what I think it is. Can we say, let us firstly, let us throw that away. And throw this away. Got a bad feeling about this business card. I'll just sneakily toss it. I don't think anyone noticed. Okay. Easy if you had it. Why'd you suddenly throw away the mirror? Okay, let's go through. Let's go through the options again. We're gonna go real quick. I probably could have started from the earlier one. Yep. Da 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 da. Also, there are some like graphical errors there, but that'll happen. It's hard to make a 3D environment work. So now that we have thrown away both the business card and the other thing, we keep Kikako alive. That'll be very interesting. Okay. Yeah, Kurt's still. Yeah, we just keep going. Do-do-do. So I guess in the meantime, I'll tell you what some of the plans, things I've been thinking of, some of the plans I have. Wait, Pupples, do you watch any, I forget, were you with Pink? Do you watch any Pokemon people? I was wondering about that, if you're still here. Cause I have been, working on getting Pokemon for Pokemon Champions, and I'm really excited to do quite a few things with that game. I'm thinking about making a little group of people for it. Also, I'm thinking of starting streams somewhere between like 2:30 and 3:30 from here on. That at least while my health is still sometimes really bad in the evenings. Yeah, sometimes it just really just curb stomps me. So yeah, but yeah, I'm planning on doing some on Pokemon Champions stuff. Hopefully I want to get back to Urban Myth Dissolution Center. And yeah, hopefully lots of other stuff. Coma. Yeah, sorry I had to go. I probably could have started from a later point, but I'm guessing it was Kikako being dead. I guess in Kikako, I thought Kikako was already dead. Maybe she wasn't. Doubt the condition. It was hidden on the hand mirror all along. Oh, sorry. Yep. Oh, sorry. I even got his business card. Oh, never mind, my bad. I must have left it at the inn. Can't believe this. Sitting on the hand mirror all along. Oh, investigate. It's a hand mirror, so the obvious thing to do would be to hide in the surface somewhere. Oh. The mirror itself? Yep, oh, I had to point at the specific symbol. See that symbol over there? I just couldn't shake the feeling I'd seen it before. And sure enough, Ikoma's business card had the same symbol on it. Oh, you're right. This mirror's suspicious, and a business card with the same symbol as that suspicious hand mirror is equally suspicious. Simple as that. So that's why you threw the card away earlier. Oh, you noticed. Either way, seeing Kikako's reaction to hearing we had one of his business cards told me everything I need to know. Enough with the whispering already. Kick is up, young lady. The conditions for your curse is the mysterious symbol inscribed on both the hand mirror and the business card. You see, we have nothing more to fear. Cersei, your turn. Apologies. I'm gonna have to be a bit rough. You may experience after effects. That's an amazing slogan right before you kick somebody's ass. And so, we managed to apprehend Kikuko Tsutsui. Apparently, Cersei's binding spell weakens those untrained in the spiritual arts and causes those to fall into a dazed, almost intoxicated state. Before losing consciousness, Kikuko quietly surrendered and handed over the curse stone. Unfortunately, it appeared she really knew nothing more about mermaids after all. She didn't have any idea how Akoma came into possession of a cursed stone either. To ensure she couldn't interfere any further, we restrained her at her home and made sure she would remain asleep for the time being. Much later that very night, we learned that Kikuko had planned to massacre the island's residents using the hand mirrors she distributed. By sheer coincidence, our actions had also prevented a mass slaughter. So what about the curse stone? What's it like? About that. Yep, okay, we can probably go through this. Do. Baseball. Oh, that's not the baseball. The real deal, baby. Down, down. Down, 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 down. Down, 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 down. Yumiko time, na da 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 da. Could you hold on for a moment? Someone's there. Hey! You. Oh, we still can't. Interesting. Okay. Okay, well. We unlocked the other slot then. We unlocked the other slot. Oh. Yup. Yeah, that tells me everything we need to know. Okay. Alright. We're gonna stop here for today. That was a whole lot of fun. And man, almost 3 hours. I did not expect to be streaming for that long. Let's see. Let's go see who. Let's go see who we're gonna raid. Let's go see. I got the hold on, let me. Anybody doing? I think. Here we go. Let's go see how far are you into this game? No, you are basically right where we are at. Let's go say yeah, let's go. Yeah, yeah, I want to see somebody in doing PGC maybe. Who is anybody doing PGC right now? No, a lot of viewers. I don't yeah. Yeah, I think we or maybe we do. Hold on. Yeah, let's see what this is. Yeah, we are. Yeah, let's go into. Sorry to keep you all waiting so long. Let's go into. There aren't many people. There are just enough people to where it's hard to choose, and not enough to where it's yeah. Let's go and say hello to let's go say hello to Sea Green, who I believe was in our clock tower stream or whatever the other day. Let's go say hello. Thank you all so very much for being here. Uh, I'll see you when I'll next see you because health stuff stream schedule is still uh, TBD, but getting closer. Be kind, people, and that'll be it for me for today. Have a good one, everybody. Bye.